Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Chip Over the Top Rugby podcast. My name is Ryan, the host. I understand you're thinking, Ryan, where on earth have you been? Well, yeah, I understand. I haven't been making videos, but I feel like it's important to make this one. You see, where on earth does Wales go now? Is it time for Warren Gatland to step away? Is it time for even bigger changes? Does Nigel Walker need to step down? Does Abby Tierney need to step down? Because clearly something is wrong. That is a record 11 defeats on the bounce for Wales at international rankings. Obviously, I know they beat the Queensland Reds in the summer tour, but since then they have not won a game. Which is, well, unbelievable, really, if we're being honest. Right? If we need to be honest here, because I'm coming home on Friday and I'm actually going to the Wales v South Africa game, and I'm pretty nervous. Going into the autumn campaign, I was optimistic. Wales v Fiji, we had a fantastic squad. I was excited for it. 9-10 combo, Max Llewellyn, Mason Grady on the wing, two big ball carriers that like to get over the gain line. They like to get ball in hand. Obviously, Mason Grady goes off. Sam Costello goes on to the wing. And from there, it just went to shambles. We lost to Fiji. Okay, time to regroup for Wales v Australia. Interesting squad selection. Near enough the same squad. Slightly different approach on the bench. Went with a 5-3 split instead of the 6-2, which cost us dearly against Fiji. And then Australia go ahead and rout Wales. There's 2 points that I want to make on Wales v Australia, and I made a small video, short video, YouTube short, outlining this. And I even posted this on Instagram. At any level, right, from grassroots all the way up to professional, these are professional athletes, right? They get paid to play rugby, the sport that we all enjoy watching and love to play ourselves. At any level, if you are down against a team that has 14 players, right, and with obviously the new red card rule, it's for 20 minutes if it gets upgraded from the yellow, which it did, right? You cannot allow a team with 14 players to score 3 tries in 20 minutes. That is where it needs to be like a serious review, a serious reflection, because that is not on Warren Gatland. That is on the players on the field. That is on the decision makers on the field. And hats off to Australia, right? You've got to give your hats off to Australia here. They absolutely pulled through that brief period of time as best an example as any other team has. You're down 14 players against Wales in Cardiff, and you score 3 tries on Wales. Yeah, hats off. If Wales can't capitalize on that, then Australia thoroughly deserve to win that game. 52 points to 20, record defeat against Wales in Cardiff from Australia. Now, granted, a whole year previously in the World Cup, Wales put 40 points on Australia, but it's a very different side. It's a very different group of individuals, and we can't use the term inexperienced anymore because they're not. I understand, there's not those caps of over a 50 throughout the park for Wales. But you've got a bunch of experienced players at professional regional level playing at international level. Yes, a couple caps here and there, but still, they're experienced. If you're good enough to play at regional professional level, you are good enough to play for Wales. That's how it should be. That is the same across, like, you just got to look at Ireland, you got to look at Scotland. Even in England, I know they're struggling right now with 5 defeats, but at least they have some sort of structure. It's pretty bleak for Wales right now. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to watching Wales v South Africa in Cardiff. I'm excited, obviously, to go to a Wales rugby game. and experience the match day again. But like playing top team South Africa here, and South Africa probably could put more points on us than Australia did. So yeah, there's that brief, right? That's that. I mean, does Warren Gatland go at this point? I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? Do you go with a completely new squad? Like, do you give Dan Edwards a chance at 10 here, maybe? Right? Because Sam Costello coming off the bench hasn't done much. Do you roll the dice with Dan Edwards and Rodri Williams, maybe? What else needs to change? Well, Adam Beard's gone, so who do you bring in? Teddy Williams? I think so. I don't even think you keep Will Rowlands in the squad, to be honest, because as an experienced player as he is, he's caused a couple of issues, and I understand it's not necessarily just his fault, but like against Fiji, he ran, got turned over in the 22. He did that twice against Fiji, and he did it twice against Australia, and the same thing happened. Now, I know it's not his fault. Your support players should be right on your ass, right? They're not reacting quick enough. It's almost like they want the ball to get turned over in that situation. Why would you? I don't know. You're in your 22, you're in an attacking opportunity, and you get turned over. Wales do not have, at least now, the ball carriers to get over the gain line, which is bizarre. Wales have always had that. Alan Wainwright back into the squad after not playing at regional rugby, and it's shown he's not where he was, right? He's not the same player as he was in the summer tour. So I think you need to look elsewhere at this point. James Botham, absolutely outstanding. Tom Rogers, absolutely outstanding. But you know, that's two of 15. So there needs to be a collective effort now. And we've already heard talks that, you know, the regions aren't happy with the way things are running. The WRU aren't, you know, conversing with the regions, so there's disconnect there. And right now, it's not looking good. The only positive that I can say is that previous to this autumn international campaign, the regions were looking decent, which is obviously not all the regions, but the vast majority of regions were doing okay, better than previous seasons. But yeah, I don't know what those international players, when they go back to their clubs, are gonna feel, right? Because then obviously we've got to build up to the Six Nations, and Warren Gatland might not even be the head coach of Wales at that point. Nigel Walker surely needs to figure something out, and I think he needs to answer the questions himself, right? And so does Abby Tierney, because we've had this blueprint, right? They've been talking about this blueprint of how to change Welsh rugby. The past, it first came out in June, right? Or May, maybe, that they were going to have this blueprint and there was going to be something set in stone. Where is it? There's talks about, you know, all across the internet, should Wales A come back? Yeah, I think so. They need a development side. They need more players playing at international level. You look at Ireland and England, they have the Saxons. Ireland A played like a developmental New Zealand 15 or something. So, yeah, something needs to change. But anyway, I thought I'd make this video because I want your opinions. What do you think needs to happen, right? I mean, the thing is, we have the players, right? We have the players, we have the ability to win, but something isn't happening right now. There's a lack of confidence. There's clearly disconnect between the regions, the international game. And see, I want to. Obviously, I live in America, right? I live in the US, and you look at certain. It's a business at the end of the day, right? If you're not producing results, something needs to change. In the NFL, if something's not happening, head coaches get fired within like 3 games of the season. Offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators get fired, right? So why is this thing? I understand, you know, an international campaign, you've only got a couple weeks, not even, right? But they've been through this cycle. Most of those players, they were in the summer series, they were in the Six Nations. So it's not like it's a new like group of players with a new coach. So something needs to happen. Either the attack coach, defense coach, head coach, the CEO of the WRU, somebody needs to be fired and some changes need to happen. But anyway, that's a brief rant. Wales v South Africa this weekend. I'm excited to go to the game, obviously, but you know the result's just going to be inevitable at this point. But yeah, it's last ditch saloon, I think, for Wales. You just got to throw everything at it. Play players who, you know, give Dan Edwards a shot at 10. Throw him into the fire, baptism of fire. But there we go. Anyway, check out the Top Rugby Podcast. My name is Ryan. All the good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new here. I understand it's been a while since you've seen a video of mine, and I do apologize, but that will change. Yes. Goodbye.